Nepal Telecom.
Judicial Council recommends 8 appellate court judges for permanent justice at the Supreme Court. Government to introduce new broadcasting and communications policy. Communications Minister says organization restructuring next. Construction work for tunnel of Melomchi drinking water project gains momentum. Bulk of foreign aid concentrated in urban centres of Nepal. Poverty-ridden far west has a MERS 14% share. And US Secretary of State warns of further sanctions on Russia if it does not de-escalate tensions in Ukraine. A very good afternoon. I'm Archana Gordon joining you from the studio with the midday news. Let us begin with the top news so far. The meeting of Judicial Council has recommended 8 names for the vacant posts of justices at the Supreme Court. The Council forwarded the names of 6 Chief Judges and 2 Judges of Appellate Court for the post. Those recommended are Chief Judges Vidhyanath Upadhyaya, Gopal Parajuli, Deepak Raj Joshi, Govinda Kumar Upadhyaya, Om Prakash Mishra and Devendra Gopal. Acting Secretary at Judicial Council Secretariat, Krishna Giri said the judges Cholindra Samsher Rana and Jagdish Sharma Paudel have also been recommended. Among those recommended, Vidhyanath Upadhyaya got retirement from the post of temporary judge in March 2014. Constitutional provision has it that the names will be finalized after the parliamentary hearing. According to the guidelines, only 15 justices, including 1 Chief Justice, can have permanent appointment at a time in Supreme Court, while temporary judges can be appointed in case of heavy work pressure. The tenure of 5 temporary judges ended on March 2014, leaving the number of remaining judges at 5. Currently, more than 17,000 cases are pending at the Apex Court. Nepali Congress Secretary Krishna Sitola today urged diplomatic sector and human rights organizations not to misinterpret the bills pending at the Parliament, which are yet to be certified. Speaking to the reporters in Biratnagar today, Sitola said, misinterpretation of the bills pertaining to Truth and Reconciliation and Enforced Disappearance Commissions can also halt the peace process. He further clarified that the commissions will be formed based on the spirit of comprehensive peace accord and interim constitution without breaching international laws and Supreme Court's verdict. CPN-UML has announced to adopt People's Multi-Party Democracy as its official ideology for the revolution and transformation. Speaking at a program to mark the 65th anniversary of the founding of Communist Party in Nepal, speakers called for the need to further enhance the values. Speakers stressed that the upcoming 9th convention of the party has the opportunity to make it a unity gathering and said the new leadership should be chosen based on ideology and policy. CPN-UML President Chalanath Khanal said the party is always open for policy and ideological debate and urged not to defame the party in the name of competition. Senior leader Madhav Kumar Nepal said leadership will be selected on ideological ground and urged all to be vigilant against the tendency of defaming others. Leader KP Sharma Oli said the leadership should be engaged in creative works like strengthening the organization rather than internal dispute. Bamdev Gautam called for the need to elect a leadership that can guide the new revolution. Speakers, including Ishwar Pokhrel and Sankar Pokhrel, said politics of ideology is more important than the individuals. The government is all set to introduce new broadcasting and communications policy. Ministry of Information and Communication said the new policy is being brought so as to better manage the entities. Minister for Information and Communications Dr. Minindu Rizal at a review meeting on Tuesday said information broadcasting and communication technology policies will help revise the existing legislations and institutional restructuring. Communications Minister Rizal said to avoid further confusion, the work of information technology should be transferred to his ministry from the Ministry of Science and Technology. Secretary at the ministry, Suman Prasad Sharma, called for the need to maintain up-to-date records in the entities under the ministry. General Manager at Nepal Television Laxman Humagai said NTV is planning to expand the regional transmission in the wake of state restructuring. The chiefs of 12 entities under the ministry called for erasing the policy-level confusions for their effective functionings. More updates from National Front coming up next after this break. Stay with us. Hello again. More from the National Front now. Nepal Oil Corporation NOC says the petroleum supply will ease today on. Nepal Oil Corporation spokesman Mukunda Khimiri assured that the ongoing fuel crisis will ease after the reimbursement of the part of the debt to Indian Oil Corporation. Khimiri revealed that NOC has sent 3,090 million Indian rupees to IOC yesterday, while the corporation is preparing to send further 550 million rupees today. NOC must pay off 6.24 billion Indian rupees to IOC by the end of April. There has been scarcity of petroleum products in the market since the past 1 week after IOC slashed the supply following NOC's failure to clear the dues. The construction work for the tunnel of Melamchi drinking water project has gained momentum at the moment. It came after an Italian contractor agreed to join hands for speedy completion of the project. Government is planning to bring the water to Melamchi to Kathmandu within next 2 years. Currently, construction of one tunnel from Sundari Jal of Kathmandu and 3 from Sindhupalchok is going on. Executive Chief of the project, Krishna Acharya, said, with joint effort with the new company, the construction is set to complete within 2 years. Meanwhile, Minister for Urban Development, Dr. Narayan Kharka, monitored the project. 26 kilometers long tunnel will be constructed to bring the water up to Kathmandu, among which 21 kilometers is yet to be constructed. Nepal revised a total of 96 billion rupees foreign assistance in the year 2012-13 for effective operation of 508 development projects. World Bank leads the chart among multilateral donors, while UK stays in the front in the bilateral assistance. Among the total assistance, 61% has been received as aid, 21% technical support and 18% as loan. In a report made public by Finance Ministry, only 14% of the total poverty alleviation assistance has been deployed in the Far West region. The report also reveals that maximum foreign assistance has been utilized in urban areas. The nature of such assistance shows the vested interest of foreign donors rather than the need and development of Nepal. Among the assistance received through formal procedure, more than 14 billion has been deployed in education sector, while energy comes in the 5th position. Government, through the report, has concluded that the foreign assistance policy is different than the national need. The internal tourists visiting Bardia National Park is growing with every passing year. Rare animal species spectators and students are mainly contributing to the internal tourism in the region. Officials of community forests, students and the teachers are among the major visitors, especially spotted tiger, one-horned rhino, elephant, among other rare animal species are the sanctuary's major attractions. Nearly 11,000 tourists visited the park since last August. International updates and more coming up next right after this short break. Do not go anywhere. Condoms. Welcome back. We are up to some international updates now. The U.S. Secretary of State has warned of further sanctions on Russia if it does not de-escalate tensions in Ukraine. In a phone call with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, John Kerry expressed deep concern over the lack of positive Russian steps. Russia blames Kiev's leader for the collapse of last week's Geneva Accord. Ukraine's acting president earlier ordered the relaunch of military operations against the pro-Russian militants in the east of the country. It came as President Alexander Turchinov said 2 men, including local politician Vladimir Rybak, had been found dead after being brutally tortured. The US and the West accused Russia of using undercover military to back the separatists in the eastern Ukraine, where public buildings are occupied in at least 9 cities and towns. Russia denies the involvement. US President Barack Obama has left for a tour to Asia aimed at reassuring allies of his commitment to the region. The US leader will visit Japan, South Korea, Malaysia and the Philippines. The White House says the trip will focus on closer economic ties, but regional security, including China's increasingly powerful presence, is likely to dominate the talks. Asian allies are concerned over the US ability to focus on the region amid competing priorities, analysts say. Some sports updates now. Nepal added 4 bronze medals on the 3rd day of the 7th Asian Taekwondo Championship in Kathmandu. Asma Shrestha, Tulasa Rasthala, Muna Bomjan and Pawan Kumar Tamang won bronze medals for Nepal in their respective categories. With Tuesday's results, Nepal has a total of 19 medals with 1 gold, 3 silver and 15 bronze medals. DPR Korea is leading the medal tally with 18 gold till Tuesday. Tajikistan is in the 2nd place with 2 gold, while Malaysia and Kazakhstan have 1 gold each. Manchester United manager David Moyes has been sacked only 10 months after succeeding Sir Alex Ferguson. His dismissal was announced shortly after 8:30 BST following a meeting with Executive Vice Chairman Ed Woodward at the club's training ground. Moyes, 50, was chosen by Ferguson to succeed him when he retired after 26 years in charge last summer. His first match as interim boss will be at the home game against Norwich on Saturday.